hermanos.
Yo.
Yeah, I have a quick question. Have any of your kids ever called out something foul about you in public that made you a little uneasy or like embarrassed?
Nah, but I'm an open book. Like they could say I'm bald, I'm fat. I wouldn't care.
Okay. How about you, Kay?
You mean like joking or being like what you mean?
Yeah. Joking on the joking tip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess you don't want to expand on that. He's like, I don't want to tell you what my insecurities are.
Probably the bald aspect.
The bald,
but it doesn't bother me at all.
Okay. So today I was out with my daughter and my youngest, and so we're sitting down waiting for something, and then she notices, like, we're talking. I'm pretty close to her. She's like, "Dad, your breath's a little," and she kind of said it under her breath, right? And I'm like, "Yo, what my breath was?" She's like, "No, your breath's kind of hot, Dad." And like she kind of feels bad about it, but my daughter's like, she's a bit of an asshole too, so she's got that asshole tendency.
I wonder where she gets it from.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I thought she was gonna go in on me in public, right? And she kind of kept it cool and was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So what? It's like really stinky?" And she's like, "Oh man, Dad, like I don't want you to feel bad. It was, it's not your best work," type of thing.
Now, is this around a lot of people?
It was a few folks. But nobody could hear what we were talking about. But knowing her, it could escalate really quickly. So I thought we were about to get into public territory real fast.
Oh, okay. Now my son has done snaps like when we're around some people out in public, like we're talking about. I'm like, if I eat too much or whatever, I'm feeling like, man, I gotta go work out or do something. He's like, all right. He goes, well, Father, when you eat too much or if you start gaining weight, I'm calling you father instead of father.
I'd be fucked around him.
So he'll hit me with that kind of stuff.
My kids are,
but it's all
joke about shit.
It's cool.
My kids they'll come with, like, my daughter will come with her long hair and put it over my head and goes, "I give you my hair, Daddy."
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, milestone on my end. My daughter lost her first tooth.
Oh.
Why did I think she had done this before?
Well, I mean, in this stage, obviously her baby teeth. Wait, I don't even know how that works out. No, this is her baby teeth that she's losing. In my mind right now, as a baby, she lost all her teeth and she was like, "Ah." But no, she's losing her first tooth is, came out. Like, she pulled it out at school.
Was she scared? Did she freak out?
She freaked out once she saw blood. But she obviously purposely, she went to the mirror and started moving it out, like twisting it out, and she has her other tooth is growing in. You could see it. But yeah, and then we did the tooth fairy shit, which I want to ask you guys if you guys ever did that. I had to work yesterday, so I felt kind of bummed because my girl sent me a picture where the school put it in a Ziploc bag and put her name and put her first tooth. And this morning she comes early, like 6:30, 6:40, barges into my office because when I work, I sleep in the office. Mm-hmm. And she's like,
"Get banished to the office."
Yeah. She's like, Daddy, the tooth fairy came. And then she's like, and you know what? I opened my eyes and I saw her and she didn't disappear. She stayed there and let me look at her. And I'm like, oh yeah. She had wings. Yeah, of course. Fairies have wings.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I mean, she was so geeked. Obviously, she didn't see a fairy.
Right.
I mean, I should worry maybe, but yeah.
What are teeth going for in the EFN household these days?
Right.
My girl got her a $2 bill.
Piece. Oh,
$2.
Which
you
is
don't
cool.
know how rare or worthwhile that is, but
I told her, I go, this is fairy money. I said, only fairies have this.
Was it you that said that?
Manny being one of them.
Yeah. I want to say things.
The live fruit.
I want to say things. Working on not reacting emotionally. You tested me, B. You tested me.
That was awesome.
Wait, are you the one that collects $2 bills? Was that you that said that?
No, but I have. My grandfather gave me a $2 bill that I still have.
Just one. You don't have like several of them.
Nah, I don't have several of them.
Hey,
I'm
are
a
you
$2 bill hoarder.
are you guys aware, or I don't know if you have this? We found out that because my son's lost a bunch of teeth, but we found out that he's got 3 teeth that don't have adult
Roots?
teeth to come in.
Wait, say that again.
Eh? That's like a tongue twister.
So he's got 3. He lost 3 teeth, but those 3 teeth don't have adult replacement teeth.
Like we'll never.
Will never.
And that's a thing?
Apparently, the orthodontist that we went to, he was like, "Yeah, this is it's not an uncommon thing now." He's like, as
Now.
humans are evolving, they're having less teeth.
Yo.
Oh, so they fell out and then nothing's going to grow in place of them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whoa. And hopefully they're in the right spots.
I forget which ones they are.
They're not in the front, though, I'm assuming.
I bet
Nah,
you
I
they're
think
canine teeth.
there's 1 or 2 that are like on the front side. I gotta.
Like the
I gotta-
canine joints.
We have the X-rays. I got to go back and look and see which ones.
That's wild.
Wow.
But this whole thing, like, so if they don't have adult teeth that come in to fill those spaces, he was just like, yo, don't have anyone try to attempt to do surgery while they're young because their jaw is still forming, like, and so if you try to fill up those spaces or you try to close up the spaces, you might mess up the way that his jaw forms and all this stuff. So
Smart.
It's actually it brings up a good point because my son recently got
Braces.
like I told y'all, and the
Like you
doctor
showed us.
right, I showed y'all, and the doctor had mentioned that they have to pull a couple of teeth out of his mouth while they're doing the braces and fixing his teeth because the way his jaw formed, there's not enough room for everything to kind of settle back. And so what you said, like now I was like, wait, what? And he's like, I was like, so what's it gonna look like? Is that gonna look crazy? He's like, no, that's gonna look fine because he has enough room and everything kind of will settle in. So it bugged me out because I was like, oh shit, how's this gonna work?
yeah.
Oh.
Damn,
Tooth fairy? What'd you say? What were you gonna ask about tooth fairy?
Oh, no, just did you guys do the tooth fairy thing?
yeah, we still do it here.
Manny's like putting his tooth under his pillow.
Right. Still on his
I feel like Kate didn't do it.
No, we
And
did, but
Like put the tooth on a Buddha statue.
No,
and
but
that's
honestly,
it.
so we did. No, we have done it, but we make them do a little work. It's like, all right, well, if you want the tooth fairy to come, then you got to write a note. You got to put it in an envelope and get it. Do all this stuff. And so, depending on when he decides to do that, and then there's been a gang of teeth where he's just forgotten. He's like, the tooth came out, and he puts it aside, and then he's forgot about it for a while, and then a couple of more teeth will come out. He's like, damn, I think the tooth fairy owes me like $20 for all these teeth.
So wait, do you guys still do that today?
Tooth fairy?
Yeah.
We haven't done it in a while.
So like it's been years or like
it might be.
But he believes in the actual tooth fairy.
I don't know if he believes in the tooth fairy. I think he knows what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, because my son doesn't believe in the tooth fairy, but he's playing that shit up all day. Like we forgot. Like he lost a tooth not that long ago. We forgot. He woke up the next morning like looking around, like mad dramatic, and then he comes to us and he's like, "The tooth fairy didn't come by my room last night." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up! You know there's no fucking tooth fairy." and then I catch him later, because he did it in front of my youngest daughter, which still kind of halfway believes. So I'm like, I pull him to the side later, and I'm like, "Yo, did you say you don't fucking believe in the tooth fairy?" He's like, "I mean, yeah, but I want to get a couple bucks." I'm like, "You savage."
I think there was one time that he put the tooth under the pillow, and then like we were just dead. We didn't wake up in time to figure it out or do it. And then he looked and he's like, nothing happened. We're like, oh yeah, well, you didn't write the note and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you didn't prepare it properly.
Oh yeah.
So,
Got to.
yeah.
So my son's got a basketball tournament coming up, and we're gonna go away. We're going upstate a little bit, and usually when we do these, we try our best not to take our youngest daughter, because she doesn't watch the game. She's not supportive. She's just a fucking hater in the stands if she's not entertained. And then she makes it more difficult for us. Like, oh, you know, all the things that a 7-year-old kid might want to just do that's not interested in something. So she was like, wait, I want to go with you guys. And we had already arranged for her to stay with my mom here. And she was like, no, wait, I want to go with you guys. And we're like, my wife and I are looking at each other crazy, because she much prefers to be here if we're going to go do basketball things. And we're looking at her, looking at each other. And then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, because I spoke with Sissy and she said I could take the iPad with me. So I'm good. Like, I could just be on the iPad. And we're like, but you know, it's like, we gotta run here, run there. Like, it's hectic. It's not just like you could stay idle. Sometimes you don't even have seats. So she's like, no, I want to support my brother. Yeah. Like, giving us all the bullshit. I'm like, oh yeah. So don't leave the iPad. She's like, no, Dad, are you crazy? So it should be a fun trip.
I got dual party this Saturday.
What does that mean?
We're doing we're doing one party for both of them. It's his first. It'll be his first like party that he gets in life.
Nice.
And then well, not her. And then for her, just the milestone of that she turned 5 already.
She all right sharing the party spotlight?
She has a little tough time with it, but she's okay with it. And we're doing like 2 separate cakes, 2 separate scenes. Like, he gets Star Wars and hers is Disney princesses, and she's inviting her friends from her school and whatever kids we can get from his side. But it's we're doing it at this place that we did it for her over a year ago, actually, for her third birthday. And it's a cool spot. It's almost like one of those like kid play places.
Yeah.
But just for birthday parties and events. So it's not like a public open like space.
You got to reserve it, and that's the only people.
Yeah, and then they party plan everything. Like, you tell them what you want, and they'll like do everything for you. You tell them the theme. I mean, the only thing we didn't put in their hands is the last time when they hired the princess to come.
She was
bootleg and
I remember
yodeling and weird. Had a little like speaker system that was like cracking, and it was in Spanish, and it was just mad weird.
She was what's that synthetic shit that's popular in Miami these days that she was on?
The Beijing.
Oh, that's synthetic. Bro, you seen that butt? Did I send you guys the butt naked dude in the gym running around getting tased and wasn't phased? I'll send that to you later. Right. But anyways,
wait,
what a weird segue back and forth.
wait, hold on. What is this thing we're talking about? Now I'm not.
He's the synthetic drug, the weed, the synthetic weed, right?
Yeah, it makes people nuts.
They call it what do they call it? Like a zombie. They make people zombie. Yeah, whatever.
Not the bath salt shit.
Yeah. But I mean, it's similar, probably a new version of it. Anyways, but yeah, but I thought of you, Manny, because
fuck, here we go.
As we've been well, as we've been pricing it out, I've kind of
that's right.
This shit's like costing like a quinceañera, bro. Like, it's up there. And I'm like, either the economy, like inflation has gone up like crazy.
Dude, production costs for everything is just,
bro, like, and my girl's like, really? We're not doing that much, and she's like, but you also got to remember it's for 2, we're doing things for 2. So it's going to be a little bit more pricier. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, bro, I'd rather take that money and just put it in their savings account or something. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm torn.
Then you're the whack dad if you do that.
Yeah, I mean, he's so geeked off of it. Like, we got a stormtrooper coming for him. We want Darth Vader, but he wasn't available. He's somewhere in the universe killing people. But we got a stormtrooper coming. But he's funny. He goes today. He's like, so because I read him a Star Wars book at night now, and it's a cool kids book that kind of runs through all the movies, like the whole story. And he's like, so Darth Vader's gonna come. He calls stormtroopers pew pews. The pew pews are gonna come. Jabba the Hutt's gonna come, because I make a big deal of Jabba when I read that part of the book.
Jabba.
He's like, Boba Fett's gonna come. Boba Fett's daddy's gonna come, because Django.
Wow, he's hyped.
And then he did the cutest thing. He goes, "Oh, C-3PO," and he goes like this with his arms, like robot arms. C-3PO's gonna come. Oh, and Ewoks are gonna come. I'm like, dude, I wish all these people would come, but they're not. You might get a pew pew, maybe.
How did you break it down for him so he's not like devastated when he gets there?
Nah, he'll be fine. He sees one pew pew, and then my daughter's gonna get Elsa is gonna come.
The wild thing is he's never gonna even remember this party.
Well, the pictures. You know what's crazy? Actually, I want to bring something up that I told my girl.
Nah, save it for the next episode, bro. We ain't got time for that shit.
No, real quick. It's quick. I'm kidding. But I'm trying to remember exactly how I phrased it. So my daughter has this thing where and my son too now, but it's more my daughter. She wants to see videos of herself as a kid because my girl started showing it to her.
Yeah.
And she'll get emotional watching, because I don't know if I'm assuming everybody has an iPhone. Maybe not. I feel like
when those memories pop up.
And it does like the video with the music, and it's like mad, like emotional, And my daughter gets emotional watching it.
Yeah.
And so I was telling her, my girl, I was like, man, I don't know that we know the effects of this on children, because it's never happened, because most kids in history never remembered their youth.
Right.
Where my daughter remembers a lot more of her youth because she's seeing pictures of it all the time in videos. Like, I wonder psychologically what kind of an effect that's going to have on people in the future, where they, because I mean, good or bad, I don't know, but it's different, because not up until now, you had to rely on memories and some fucked up pictures, old pictures.
Yeah, it'd be hard pressed to find pictures from, like, maybe there's 3 of floating
right
around.
And even if you had pictures and a VHS or a video, you didn't watch it every day. Literally, these kids could watch it all the time.
Yep.
And keep reliving these memories. I don't know how that's going to affect people when they as they get older.
I think it's dope. Like, I don't know what other effects come from it, but just thinking about it, just basic.
I don't know, man. I don't know that I don't know. I mean,
it also might just be that age. I do remember, like, my son a couple years ago, when he would start looking at like pictures or like baby book stuff or whatever, like he would get into seeing it.
Right.
And feel like sentimental about it, but I don't even think he remembered any of it. You know what I mean? And then I think it might just be a phase type.
Like
thing.
my son, my daughter's the one that's more into it, has been. So when he's been like, oh, so like, where am I? And then my girls always said, oh, you were, at some point you were in mommy's tummy. So now every time he sees a picture he's not in, I was in mommy's tummy.
we still have that. So my youngest is 7, and it's gonna come to a point where we gotta like explain more detail, because she's gonna be asking. But for the most part, it's been like, when she's absent in a picture, that's what she says. And a lot of times she's really close to my wife, so she'll say like, I wish I was back in your tummy. And we're like, you find out what that means. I don't know if you're gonna really want to get down like that.
You guys do anything with your pictures? Like, are they just on your phone?
Just on my phone right now. But when my girl wants to do like one of those albums that you can do. But I just remembered why I thought the whole thing of wonder how it's going to affect people, because my daughter has been saying, I wish I was a baby again.
Yeah, we get that all the time.
So I'm worried, because it's like, why is she missing something that normally people wouldn't really be missing?
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's a phase.
I hope so.
My oldest was also like that. She was like, up until maybe like 8, 7, but she was like, oh, I want to go back in your tummy. And then same shit happened with my youngest daughter. It's just like that. I don't know. They feel like that proximity to mom or whatever, and it fades.
To do an inappropriate segue,
of course,
talking about wanting to be a baby again, I was watching something that was like kind of like addressing the whole like transgender or identifying situation. And then they were saying, what's going to happen when full-on adults want to say I identify as a baby and want to go back to school and want to wear diapers and ask people to wipe their ass and shit themselves. Like, what's gonna like, and I can see that happening.
I mean,
I'm sure there's people who do that already.
Oh yeah, no, but when it becomes like, because
when it becomes mainstream,
when when CNN starts talking about it and everybody's doing it, dude, what would happen in that? I mean,
yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
is that shit we don't want to touch?
Yeah.
Come on, it affects us as parents. Like, if imagine some grown ass person wants to be in your kid's school saying they identify as a 6-year-old,
Yeah. I think people will lose their shit at that point. And then that societal, like, war essentially will ensue. But nothing surprises me anymore, which is sad.
Humans are like regressing.
In some aspects, I think that's true.
And taking advantage of like all these weird
loopholes.
Not loopholes, but all this
everyone's tripping
PC
out.
Shit.
Everyone's tripping out.
Everybody, bro.
Just from the PC to the weird violence to just all the everyone's tripping out, man.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd be worried for the kids. But what can we do?
Well, at least Trick Daddy love the kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them bulletproof vest.
Hopefully we're coming into, I mean, if you pay, like, we may have talked about this, but like, there's a lot of different like religions and things like that to talk about these different kind of phases in history and time.
All right, you said we're going to be in an enlightened phase is about to come, right?
Well, right now we're in like, let's say it's 4 phases, we're in that 3rd phase, which is the shit phase, and it's going to get even worse. And then it flips into.
All right, but we talk about last time, like, okay, what's the time frame? So we know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Brace ourselves
for.
We
don't know the time frame. Hopefully it's when our kids are thriving. Yeah, when
that sucks. We're gonna be old and be like, "Fuck, man, that sucked."
Well, at least we could kind of protect them and take care of them as best we could when they were little, and then maybe when they're a little older and they're on their own a bit more, then life is.
And what could the worst
kinder to them?
You're saying the worst is yet to come. The worst is what, a nuclear war that finally mankind's like, fuck, we went.
I don't know if it's yet to come, or maybe we're just in it at this point. I don't know, man. I couldn't really I don't know. I couldn't really have imagined things to be quite like.
Meanwhile,
this.
you have someone ignorant to everything bad happening, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the 4th phase already. They should off the chain.
Yeah, right.
Life is great. This bad phase.
Yeah.
I think we got to a point where the logical, what used to be considered logical, is now illogical.
Yeah.
And like, that's what's winning. Like, logic is out the window.
I mean, you could just make up your logic, like,
yeah,
your facts, whatever. It's like, it's a la carte life.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not getting any better with AI. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, AI is getting every fucking day. I don't know, bro. This is really like the future for our kids is really fucking weird.
Which one of you sent that clip through to our chat about, everyone's worried about like the AI of, celebrities getting duped and all that shit? And you sent it was about, I think it was a comedian who was talking about.
I think I sent it.
Fuck worrying about that. Like, we should be worrying about
ourselves
or about our kids, like getting calls from fake AI things saying this is your parents, I need to take you out of school and all that kind of stuff.
Well, they're saying now, how I saw something today again, how we're in they called it Scammergeddon, right? Where like the scammers are going crazy and they're like spamming people like crazy, just hoping that you click accidentally or in a fucking, who knows? Like, I'm fucked after Drink Champs. I might click on something, but they're saying that now the thing is that they're calling, they do this calling and the texting. They're calling you to get your voice.
That's right. Yeah. Never say that. Yeah. I read something that like when you get a weird call and it asks, even if you think it's a scam, never say yes or no, or just don't say anything, because they're going to record your voice so that they could use it for other shit.
Well, they're saying they'll just get your voice, period. Doesn't matter what you say. And they'll use that voice through AI to say everything.
Yeah.
Se jodió la cosa, bro. Aquí estamos de pinga.
Yeah, I saw. I mean, this is not as crazy, but I saw a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. in like today's time. In the context was a little weird, but he was like an urban dude from 2023.
What's an urban dude?
Somebody hip, trendy. You know what I mean?
Was it next to that
Like a hipster?
picture? Was it next to the picture of that Pope wearing the fur jacket?
No,
the fur coat. That AI one.
Yeah.
You saw that one too?
It was something like that, and I was just like, "Damn, yo!" And yo, I had to pause because it looked so present day that for a second it fucked my head up. I'm like, "Yo," like knowing it's fake, but it just felt so real. So like these AI shits are.
We're not going to talk about it today, but we do have to address, how does a parent even prepare their kid for this crazy future where everything is going to look real but be fake?
I think you have to ask the question, how do we even know? Because if there's so much stuff happening, like we could get duped just as easily as anybody.
No, and that goes with the whole other thing that we were saying about, everything's a la carte in terms of facts and logic, because now you could, how people say Google it? You could Google it and you find a clip that looks real as fuck that goes with whatever the fuck idea you want to be confirmed, and be like, you see?
Yep.
Like I saw something that said how the CIA's been doing like all this psych warfare like on us, on US citizens. And one of the things that they found in those Twitter files was how much they do stuff on Wikipedia to like, fuck with the facts and skew things. So imagine, I use Wikipedia all the time.
Yeah, but even Google. So for example, they have their own filters about what they're letting through in their search engines. If you go to a different search engine, like what is it, like DuckDuckGo or whatever, and you put something in, you're going to find a whole rack of other things that Google's filtering out. So go figure that as well.
Put that in your pipe and smoke.
Yeah, I don't know how we don't get the Terminator meets the Matrix in a couple of years. Like it seems like pretty solid.
It's on the way.
My logic says that that's gonna happen.
Yo, do either of you have any interesting tips on something you've learned recently in your dad life that you think would be useful for the audience?
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Usually I ask a question and I have an answer, but I kind of just thought about it now.
So tips for
Pause.
For us or for the advice that we've given our kids recently?
Either or, probably. I think he just wants us to give content in any form we can.
Right. So we're just not
something useful. Something useful.
We're not talking about doomsday.
No, just regular old life.
I would say a conversation that I had with my son last night would just be another reminder of telling kids or telling them to like pay attention and be to realize, like, be honest with themselves about why they're doing certain things. And just short context, he was talking about something that happened at school and someone had fallen down, and he cracked some kind of joke with the kid, but he thought it wasn't anything, like he didn't think he was trying to be mean, but at the same time he was trying to kind of elicit a laugh from the group around, and I was like, he's like, yeah, but I don't think I really meant. I'm like, yo, dude, be honest with yourself. Were you trying to, really, what were you trying to do? If there wasn't a group around, would you have done that same thing? Or would you have immediately said to the dude, like, yo, are you okay? Right. So be honest with yourself. I'm glad, like, he caught himself while he was doing it and then tried to switch it up. But then he came home feeling guilty. He's like, I don't know if we should talk about this, because I think I figured out, I think I learned my lesson already. And I'm like, you up to you. You tell me if you want to tell me. Right.
He was trying to dodge them.
But he had to get it off, but he had to get it off his chest. So he told me, and I was just like, yo, dude, you just got to be honest with yourself about why you're doing the things that you're doing. And if it's, and if it's not the answer you wanted, then that's something you got to work on.
Solid. Bars.
Bars.
You're a bard lord.
I think we end right there.
And they're right there.
All right.
This EFN might fuck it up.
Well, let's go back to Doomsday real quick.
I'm definitely buying the bulletproof backpack.
Oh, that's the next Fly Dad product, by the way. Bulletproof everything.
Really?
No, man. Come on.
It would be dope. And instead of it's for the little bit of an older kid. Instead of the pad to change them, it's a fucking little mini bulletproof vest.
Yes.
That's just dope. Let's do it.
All right, I gotta get out of here.
All right, y'all. Hasta la vista, baby.
All right, later.
Pizza.